Hi everyone, FIFA Career Gems here. Thank you so much for joining me today as I continue my countdown of my favourite FIFA 18 players so far. So we're going down from number 50 to 26 in lower to higher potential order. Now we all know that potential does vary week by week via the squad update, so the potentials were correct at the time the video was recorded. So on to the list, and the first player is Kieran from Schalke in Germany. He starts at 73 rated, gets up to 84, he can play anywhere on the defensive line, and he's available for about £6.5 million in the first transfer window. Next one is Bigwin. He starts at 74, gets up to 84. He's a tricky, pacey winger who can play on either flank, and again he's also available in the first transfer window and will set you back about £8 million. Now this player is a beast of a centre back, Joris Nagnon. He's got power, he's got a little bit of pace, but he's an absolute rock at the back. He starts at 76, gets up to 84. He's available in the first window, but he's not cheap. It will set you back about £10 million. But this guy for me is one of the best bargains on FIFA 18 so far. Busquets from Barcelona B. He starts at 66 rated, gets up to 85, good solid starting stats, plenty to train with, and is available in the first window for a bargain price of £1 million. Ryan Sessegnon, sadly he's not available in the first window. He starts at 66, gets up to 85, he can play anywhere down the left hand side, but I got him up to 93 in FIFA 17 if you remember, see if you can do the same. As an Everton fan, this guy terrorised us in the Europa League. Mile leader from Lyon. Starts at 67, gets up to 85. He's not available in the first window, but he's only 18, so well worth waiting for to sign him in January. Sadly, Jan Karamo is on loan into in the first season, so he's not available until season number 2. He starts at 71 rated, gets up to 85, and he's a tricky winger with plenty of power and pace, but sadly he is on loan. Retsos from Leverkusen, who's just transferred there from Olympiacos, so sadly you can't sign him in the first transfer window. He starts at 72, gets up to 85, he's still only a young lad and he can play either right back or centre back. Ismail Sora, one of my favourite players from FIFA 17, is an absolute rapid winger. He starts at 73 rated, gets up to 85, sadly not available in the first window due to his recent transfer to Stade Rennais. Lukas Klosterman from RB Leipzig, a good, solid, powerful right back. Starts at 73, gets up to 85, he's tall and he's available in the first window for about £7.5 million. Now the next player from the Korean League, Han Chan-hee. I used him quite a lot in FIFA 17, a good all-round midfielder. Starts at 73, gets up to 85, he is available in the first window, and it'll only cost you about £6 million, so he's a decent addition to any squad. Now a player who jumped out at me in the beta stage of FIFA 18, Bruno Zedas from Braga. He grows really well naturally without any training. So he starts at 74, gets up to 85, he can play on the wing and he can also play in the central midfield. He's available in the first window also. Sadly, Moussa Dembele has got a trait we don't want to see and he's injury prone. But if you can get past that, he's an absolute class finisher. Starts at 75, gets up to 85, available in the first window. Again, he's not too cheap, he will set you back about £10 million, but as we are getting higher in these ratings, these players are going to become more expensive. Next player is a left back from Valencia, Antonio Lato. He starts at 75, gets up to 85. Again, he's available in the first window for about £10 million. He's only 19, so a good investment for the future. Another player I've enjoyed using in past FIFAs, Enis Unal. He starts at 76, gets up to 85. The only downside to him is he is on loan at Levante in season number 1, so you'll not be able to get him until season number 2. One of my favourite midfielders from the last FIFA as well, Vincent Aboubakar. He's little, he's diminutive, but he's a good little tricky midfielder with good passing. He starts at 78, he gets up to 85, he's got good all-round attributes, and for me last year, he weighed in with a few goals. You can sign him in the first window for about £10 million. So on to the 86 potential players now, and the first one is Fruchtel, the goalkeeper from Bayern Munich. He starts off lowly, 65 rated, but it grows all the way up to a massive 86 potential. It'll cost you only £1 million in January window. Mark Cucurella, one of my favourite players so far in FIFA 18. Starts at 68, gets up to 86, available in the first window for about £1.5 million. I can only recommend you sign him as soon as you can. Another good solid left back is Sora from the Argentinian League. He's a good solid player. They always say he's too important, but if you're going with a decent offer, you'll probably get him for about £6 million in the first window. Starts at 71, gets up to 86. Another good player from RB Leipzig is Dayot. Starts at 73, gets up to 86. He can play in central defensive midfield or his favoured position as a centre back. Is a good solid investment. Starts at 73, gets up to 86. A team I always like to use due to the nice kits are Toulouse, and I've always come across this kid, which is Adel. He starts at 73, gets up to 86. Good solid starting stats. He's got plenty of pace. He gets the ball in nice and early. He's a good addition. He's available in the first window for about £7.5 million. Locatelli from AC Milan starts at 74, gets up to 86. Available in the first window for about £8.5 million. It's only 19. A good solid central defensive midfielder. Talking of solid midfielders, one of my favourites from FIFA 17, where I managed to get up to a massive 97 rated, he's Dennis Zakaria. 74 starting rating, gets up to 86, recently transferred to Mönchengladbach, so he's not available in the first window. Now, we've had some good left backs on this batch of players so far, but this guy for me is a pick of all the left backs on FIFA 18. Kieran Tierney from Celtic. He recently captained Scotland at such a young age of 20. So he starts at 75, gets up to 86, available in the first window, and he'll cost you about £10 million. Now, the final player in this batch, if I was the Everton manager, I would recall him straight away, and that's Henry Onuoha. He starts at 76, gets up to 86. He's got good all-round ability. He's rapid, he can play down the wing, or he can play as a striker. So, sadly, he's on loan, but you'll have to wait till season number 2. So there's only one batch left, which is batch from 25 to number 1, which will be posted later in the week. So all that remains to say is, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Join me next time for more FIFA 18 content. FCG out.